Hi, I'm Alice. Thank you so much for your interest in Ideal Love. I want to tell you about one of the things that pushed me into writing it. There were lots of things that did, but this was one of the big ones. I was working as a city lawyer, doing a very analytical job with, nothing, no emotional element in it. In fact, that was really rather taboo. What you needed to do was be logical and sort things out for your client, and yeah. Wild passion was not called for. And I'd also been working really very long hours, so I was feeling kind of annoyed one evening when I headed home from work, and I changed trains at Leicester Square, so I was just in the tunnel between the Northern Line and the Piccadilly line when I heard this woman singing in the distance, a busker, and she seemed like she was on her own from what I could hear. And I'm sure you felt this. Sometimes when you hear music, for some reason it's incredible, and it's to do with the skill of the musician and their emotional expression. But I think slightly it's also to do with how you're feeling, your sort of susceptibility to it. Anyway, what really struck me about her voice, she was a wonderful singer, but she was also extremely emotionally expressive, and in a sincere way. It wasn't melodramatic, and the fact that she was busking meant that when I walked past her, she was this close. She wasn't on a stage far away, so it seemed very, very real. And of course, because she was busking, anyone could have heard her if they were passing. You didn't have to buy a ticket, you just had to be there. So this experience, it meant that all the sort of emotions that I'd been restraining at work just seemed to hit me like the most insane wave. And I just want to show you a picture of an insane wave. There, that's Laird Hamilton on an insane wave. Pretty good. And although I stayed being a lawyer for a while, I didn't forget about her. I was really quite obsessed with her, and this experience of hearing and seeing her sing. And by the way, when I saw her, she was very, very attractive in a sort of natural and relaxed way. There's just nothing fake about her. So this experience, it helped me in at least 3 different ways. It gave me the first scene of Ideal Love and the two of the main characters, a singer, a woman singing in Leicester Square, and a man, a lawyer stroke fantasist, who is normally very proactive with women, but sees and hears this woman sing, and is just so sort of dazed with ecstasy that he doesn't even talk to her, let alone get her number. And then he goes home and he just thinks, oh God, what the hell have I done? How am I going to find her? So that's how it starts. But as well as that, this experience of seeing this singer in Leicester Square, it just gave me the sense that if you don't like what you are doing in life, there might be other options. And I know that practically that can be difficult, and financially it can be difficult to change what you're doing, but just knowing that there are other possibilities was very liberating, and also other possibilities with an emotional element in them, and that emotional element didn't have to imply weakness or stupidity or sentimentality, but that it was fundamental to life and that it was important. And that was revolutionary to realise that. And also that it's worthwhile putting your all into something artistic. because it was very inspiring for me to see her, the singer, doing that. That's what she was doing. And then in a more concrete way, it helped me because it sort of set a challenge, which was to write about music in a way that isn't pretentious and that doesn't just indulge my own reaction, sort of dump it on someone reading, but that draws you in and that lets you feel it too. So I really hope that if you read the first chapter of Ideal Love, you do feel it, and that if you carry on reading, you carry on feeling it, and you enjoy it, because that is what a novel is all about.